Hey replay viewers, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter or Facebook.com PenguinSix if you have questions. We're back. The city is back. It's only been gone for about a week. We haven't seen it. But today, hey Anila. Anila Gold Music is on, guys. Anila is a DJ. You can follow her there. Hey, Oliver. There's Anila. Hey Jean, how's it going? Welcome back to Hong Kong, where the view has returned after many days away. Fortunately, with the view returning, so have the tourists. And there's a lot of them up here. I'm doing all right. Hong Kong is 7.2 million people in a smaller area than New York. The developed areas of Hong Kong are much smaller. I'm walking off my lunch, which I just ate, which was a disgusting burger. And if you guys watch my last scope, you'll see the thing I just ate. You're in Hong Kong. And what do we got here? This is the Bank of China over here. This is the Convention Center. HSBC is right over here. This is our former colonial governor's house, known as Government House. This is the IFC2 tower, the tallest building in Hong Kong. This is Jardine's house. This was the tallest building in the 1960s. This is the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Hey, coming in a few weeks. That'll be cool. On the other side, we have the ICC tower. That's the tallest building in Hong Kong. This is the tallest building on Hong Kong Island, and this is the tallest building in Hong Kong. But this one is just a little bit bigger. 7 days enough? It depends if you're having to deal with jet lag. But yeah, generally it's enough. If you've got other time in Asia. The tallest building is the ICC tower, right over there. And this is the IFC, the tallest building on Hong Kong Island. I'm at 1,450 feet above sea level, and I'm just about to the top of this one. I'm standing on a road, Lugard Road, which is walks around the peak. I'm PenguinSix, by the way. I hike Hong Kong every day. If you follow me, you get to see this pretty much every single day. Minimal jet lag. I don't think so. I live in the mid-levels, so slide left, hit my profile, and follow me. I live just up here. This is the zoo. I often walk you guys through the zoo, and I live up Old Peak Road, but you can't really see it. It's kind of like back there, behind the mountain. I have been noticing a couple earthquakes in Japan, yeah? So let's continue on this path a little bit. You can see, I'm going to walk down here. How am I drawing? Ying Ying is here. I've lived here 6 years, and some of us just have the power. No, the zoo's got pretty boring animals, actually. Even has like a raccoon. It's like, okay. Several Periscope people that you watch are what's called beta testers for new versions of Periscope that are coming out. Those who are beta testers are not allowed to actually talk about what's in the new betas, but some things you can kind of get an idea about what might be coming in the future. Yes, I did leave the tray. That is the custom here. They employ, most of the places employ workers. In fact, several McDonald's employ special needs individuals, special needs people to help clear the trays. It gives them a job and a sense of worth. So generally we do leave the trays. If it's really crowded, I'll pick up my own tray just to be polite. But oftentimes I just leave the tray in that way. Somebody else will come and pick it up and give them a job. No damage. Car scene in Japan is pretty cool. Of course, I live in Hong Kong, which is in China. Here, there's only 500,000 cars, 7.2 million people. You can go to my Instagram, PenguinSix, and occasionally get a vision of me. I just recently put up a selfie of my before and after dieting and exercise. I lost about 60 pounds by making this walk every day for about 9 months, and by eating less food. There's 780,000, there's 550 private autos, and there's like 780 if you count like taxis and other corporate vehicles, and I think that includes like other things, but there's only about 550,000 private autos. How do you get up here? You walk, or you take a taxi, or take a tram. 65, another 30, keep going. Now Hong Kong is a working harbor. Let's get a view out here of the western side and see what we can see today. So you guys can see a red ferry right here. That's a Macau ferry making its way over to Macau. This here is the Discovery Bay ferry going to a different part of Hong Kong Island. Out here you see all these ships, and then there's a bit more over here. These ships here are the Pearl River fleet. These are ships that come down the Pearl River from Guangzhou. And then over here, oh, not blue, but red. This is the Chinese Navy, the People's Liberation Army Navy, PLAN, and they are based right here. The People's Liberation Army also has a garrison here of infantry unit based here in Hong Kong. There's another ferry going to Macau. Pearl River Delta is the river that runs up past Shenzhen and into Guangzhou. It's where a large percentage of the Western brand name goods are manufactured. Your iPhone was built there. If your iPhone wasn't built there, then the screen was probably built there. Or your BlackBerry or something like that. The ferry to Macau is about 45 minutes. It takes me, this little loop that I'm doing doesn't take very long. It takes, my morning hike is about an hour and a half. The most notorious area of Hong Kong for the triads are these areas up in here. This up here, Nathan Road. This is Mongkok and TST, Tsim Sha Tsui. And those areas, all the gangster movies you've ever seen are basically over this. You're looking at Hong Kong. This is Hong Kong, China, and the People's Republic of China. And this is my morning walk. I am PenguinSix. I take you here every day as I go for 20,000 Fitbit steps. So feel free to follow me, and you'll get this kind of view pretty much every day. We're going around this loop. It's about 2.8 kilometers. And then we're going to head back down to my house. I just had some awful McDonald's. I'm still kind of burping up the burger. Good morning. It is a bit late in the United States right now. It's the afternoon here. I spent the morning at soccer games with my son, Kermit. Yeah, possible. I have that Midwestern American accent. Sounds like everybody else. Está bien. It is, I don't even know what time it is. It's 3:49. 3:41. So my second son finishes soccer practice at 4, and then I'll probably boogie on down the mountain. In fact, I should probably go back down the mountain. No, those are cicadas. So, let me see. What do you guys want to do? You want to go back and look at the buildings, or you want to go through into the jungle? There are a lot of tourists on this path. So we can go back in the jungle, or we can go back and look at the view. There are a lot of venomous snakes here. Jungle, okay. All right, we'll go into the jungle then. Hey, Guan. Aloha, bra. The wife is with son number 2. Yeah, both. It's a giant circle loop. So this goes back. I'll probably take the tram back down. You're just joining me? You're in Hong Kong? Let's go back into walking mode. Sorry about that. But it looks less creaky walking with my phone this way. Buy every type of clothing for your visit. It's very hot. I use an iPhone 6S. You have to understand that we are no more than 500 meters from a cell phone tower in pretty much every direction. So we have a very good LTE signal, which leads to some very high quality video coming out here, much better than my videos in the US. The battery drain is less here too. Shorts are good, but yeah, bring a rain umbrella. It's very, very humid. It's like 100% humidity. And we have rain for the next probably week. Why would anyone leave here? Because the rent is very, very expensive. I moved here because of love. I met the right girl, fell in love, married her, followed her to Hong Kong. Well, thanks for watching the Periscopes. This is Hong Kong. You are on Lugard Road, L-U-G-A-R-D Road. This is technically a road that goes around the peak, which is the tallest mountain on Hong Kong Island, Victoria Peak. Hello, Sweden. And 75% of Hong Kong is undeveloped jungle, like you see here. Rents aren't down that much. It is a low story. My rent is about $7,500 US a month. So, you know, if it dropped, say, 8%, my rent would be $7,000 a month. Woohoo! Yeah, so, still a bit nuts. Well, if you come to Hong Kong again and you want to take this walk, send me a Twitter, PenguinSix, happy to take with you. Or go to facebook.com, PenguinSix. There are snakes. Yeah, not quite. Dynasty Court's a little more expensive. There's a whole apartment called Dynasty Court. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Hong Kong, to Lugard Road. Ooh, where a cool breeze just hit me. I write apps occasionally and do some legal consulting, but most of the time I'm a dad. Being a dad. I have tried Facebook Live. I prefer the picture on this one and the interaction. The interaction on Facebook Live is subpar. But I do like the fact it pauses when there's a phone call. I haven't met Ying Ying Things yet. She's back for a couple days, but we haven't run into each other yet. We will. My wife is a banker. I have a wife that loves me and kids that love me. I am very rich. That's what makes you rich, not money. I was rich well before I had money. They're wild boar, porcupines, but generally the most problematic animals are the snakes. There are cobras, pythons, bamboo pit vipers, banded kraits, quite a few venomous snakes. There are sharks occasionally, very rarely, but there are sharks in the water outside of Hong Kong. Snakes are the biggest fear. I'm more worried about snakes than I are muggers. Crime here is very, very low. There are monkeys on the other side. Many people are subsidized by their employers to help with the rent. Many people in the international community. That's why the average rent for someone in my son's international school is about $12,000 US a month. Shark fin soup is very expensive, but it's not rare. You do see a lot of shark fin. Never seen Jackie Chan. I think he spends most of his time in Singapore now. I see famous people occasionally. Martin Lee. Okay. $12,000 a month for like 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. Periscope is pretty fun. We're not allowed to talk much about the beta though. It's part of our agreement. I just hold the phone in my hand.
Other people are nicer than that. Yeah, maybe next time we can bring you to a class.
I don't know what I'm going to do the next Apple store. We're trying to arrange a class at the Apple Store, iMovie lessons for social media video producers. I don't work for Periscope, but I do help them beta test new software. SE, no, I always try to buy the most powerful phone possible. You know, there are supposed to be mosquitoes. I haven't gotten bit yet. But a little bit later when the sun goes down, that's when they get icky with bugs. There are a few houses back here. Oh my God, what are they building up there? It's pretty big, the 6S Plus. That's why I didn't buy it. But it does have image stabilization, better than the 6S, I think. We do have some pretty big spiders occasionally, but not really in your house or anything like that. Cockroaches are pretty big. The sound is clear, that's cool. Between now and the time my son starts university will be $1 million US in rent. So I'm not really sure we'll put to that. It's very humid. It's like god-awful humid. Go to Thailand. Thailand's a bit rougher. We go to Thailand every year for my son's soccer games. They're both tools. I'm just more familiar with the iPhone. I'm a Mac guy, so everything's integrated with the iPhone. Android, it's a little bit harder. I also don't like JavaScript. I don't play sports anymore. I just walk. My kids play football. I don't even know what the temperature today is, like 25 Celsius, maybe a little cooler, 22 Celsius. It's like in the 70s Fahrenheit, but it's really humid. So there goes a car, actually. Told you it's a road. But when the car drives on the road, he always turns the radio up really loud, because it's the only way to sort of get some people out of the way. A lack of empathy. Empathy in Asia is not quite the same as it is in the United States, simply because there's so many people. You can't possibly always put your shoes in the feet of others. I mean, sympathy is still there, but empathy, sort of a day-to-day living, thinking about how others perceive you, and that's lacking. Results in a lot of behavior that is sometimes regarded as rude. Not necessarily so, it's just sort of indifferent. Houses are really close together, not here. Boy, the wind just picked up. Dang. I do hike every day, so if you follow me, you'll see this view every day. Guys, we're going into the bamboo forest right now, and the signal always gets really bad here in the bamboo forest and usually disconnects. So I will be back as we walk down the mountain on the other side. I don't know if it's going to rain. I'm not running, I'm not chased. Save my energy if the wild pigs come out.